this is Sue from Createful Journals, and today on this call I want to show you an easy way to create simple calendars that we're going to export as PNG, transparent PNG images that we can use in all of our planners, our low content books that you want to publish. I found this quite by accident. I was looking for something else, so this is why I thought, I just wanted to share it with everybody. So the first thing we're going to do is, let me share my screen. And I'll send this link out in the email as well. But what we're going to be using is inkscape.org. Now, some of you may already have this downloaded on your computer. And if not, that's the link here. Let me put it into the chat as well. Okay, so that is the link. It's in the chat for you as well. So you're going to go in here and just download the free software and then just open it up. Now, once we open it up, this is what it looks like once it's opened. And I'm just going to I'm very, I've hardly ever used this. So I'm just showing you the basics. So how to do the calendars. So the first way, I'll just show you how it works first. So once you're in the document, it already opens up as a standard document when you open it up. You come up to extensions, and then you're going to come down to where it says render, and then we're going to render a calendar. So you click on the calendar, and now you're going to get this box that comes up, the configuration box. So you just start at the beginning. So at the top here, we can put the year. So we're going to do a 2023. Now, if you want to get the 12 months on one page, you just leave this set at 0. And now I just uncheck these boxes. If you want to have the empty boxes filled with the next month's days, you can check that. And if you wanted to show the week numbers, you can check that too. I just left those both empty. And now this is where we can do the Sunday start or a Monday start. So you can easily do one of each. So we'll do the Sunday for now. Then we come to the next section is the layout. Now this will automatically be checked when you open this up. Now, what I found, if you do that, it doesn't do the three rows across the page. So I just leave this blank. And now here, months per line, I want 3. So you want your 3x4 page layout. So if you want to, you can change these measurements. I just found it works nicely. I just left the measurements as they came up in the program. Now here we can change the colors. So this is the year, the month, the weekday. Now their weekend day color was like a light gray. Now if you want the red, then you can just come in and put the code down the bottom here. Now if you look at the bottom of the screen, you see all these different colors. If you hover over, like say one of the reds, it will pop up, the hex number will pop up, and then you can just pop it into the box. Yeah, it's a little hard to see on this screen, but when you do it, you'll see, or if you know the hex color that you want, you just pop it into the box. And then here again, excuse me, you can change the font if you want to, or just leave it standard. Now, and then, just so you check everything is there, and then all you do is hit apply, and you'll see it says calendar working, then close this, and now we've got a calendar, right? So that's what I was saying, it is so fast to do. Okay, so I'm just going to enlarge this just so you can see it better on the screen, but I've left it, the size that it renders. So you'll get this nice image here. And then all we want to do is export it. So you come to File. Now just go to Export PNG Image. And then over here, you're going to get this Export Area page that comes up. All right, so I've left everything, again, I just left everything standard for now. The only thing what I find is when you come down to the file name, you want to watch where this puts everything. Because I know the first time I did it, I had a hard time finding that folder. So what I found works is if we click to export as, right, then you're going to get your box that comes up here, and then you can just redirect it into, if you want it in your downloads folder. So you can just redirect it into this folder, and then you save it. Let me just change the name. But when I open up my downloads, it's not there, okay? So we have to do another step. So what I've figured out is this part here, the export as, is just like allows you to rename the file and put it into whatever folder that you want it to, where you can go find it again. So you do that part first. Then there's the bottom export button. So we click on that one. And again, it says very quickly, it flashes export in progress. Come back to your download file. And this is the example. So this is one that we just opened, that we just created. Yeah, I hate this black background that Windows put in. Anyway, so there you can see I've got the red for the weekends and then the colors there. And then all I did was I just opened up a PowerPoint file and then I'm just going to pop it in here. So this is the one that we just rendered. And now you can see it's a transparent background. You have it on your page. And then from here, you can resize it again if you want to make it a little smaller. All right, so just put it in the middle like this. Now, if you don't want the year up here, because maybe you want to add like the year and the color, or you want to make it fancier looking, so you can just come in here and you would just crop it out. So just hit the crop, and then that's taken that part out. And then you can add in your own year, right? So that was the first step. And then just come in and whatever year that you want to put in, right? So that's the first step there. So that's how we just create the Sunday start. Now, the other way that you can do it, and I haven't really found too much of a difference. So then you can either save this or just delete it. Now, the other way that you can do it is if you come to File and then go New from Template, and then they've got blank pages in here. So now we can choose if you wanted the letter size or if you want A4 size. You can, just select which one you want, and then at the bottom, Create from Template. And then we do exactly the same thing again. It's extensions to render, and we're going to render the calendar. And then this will come up here. And once you've saved your settings in there, I find it does keep the settings, so you don't have to keep changing them all the time. So now we can do the Monday start. So we can just check the layout again. So we still want the 3 months across the page. The colors. Now, if you wanted a weekend color in a different color, you can just come in this box here and change it. If you wanted to try a different font, we can do that as well. And then once you're ready, you just hit apply and then close this box. And now you've got the calendar. Okay, but what I found, it doesn't really fill the page, but it seems to work the same way from all the different tests that I've done here. So then we do the same again. We just go to File and export the PNG image. Again, this export area comes up. Go find where you want to put it. So let's just say downloads again. Oops. So you save it, and then you come down and export it. So hit the export button again. And now we go check for it. And there's the one that I just renamed, and then I'll just bring it into PowerPoint again. And that's your number 2 there. And now you can see we've got the Monday start at the top here. We've got the Monday start. Okay, so that is the first step. So it's pretty simple. Once you've done it a few times, you get the hang of it. It goes really quickly. That's what I like. So you can go 20, 23, 24, 25, make whatever calendars that you want, and then you're set. So do we have any questions on that before we go any further? Okay, I'll just check the chat. I don't see any questions in there. Okay. So the next step is to create the mini calendars. Right, so we can just close this one out. Oh, we just delete this one here. Okay, so we do the same thing. So extensions, render, calendar. And now when we come to the layout, this time, actually it's a configuration. So we'll do the 2023. Now we want to start doing, so we want the January. So January is month 1. So you just pop in the 1 in there. If you can do the Monday or the Sunday start, whichever one that you want. Colors, if you still want the same color, if you wanted, weekends, different colors for different months, it's up to you. And then once you're ready, you just hit apply, close this box, and now we've got the mini calendar. try and enlarge it here, just so you can see, whoops. Okay, so now you've got the mini calendar. All right, so again, we don't really want the year up there. So when we export it, we'll just chop that out again too. So when you're ready with it, we would just go to File, again, export the PNG image. And I find you have to keep going back to put it in the folder that you wanted it. So we do the small, and then come down to export. And now the small one is right there. Okay. So I would just make this smaller so we can make it nice and small. I'm just going to leave it bigger so that everyone can see it here. And again, we would just crop out the image. So crop it down to remove the year. And then you're done. And then you can, resize this again. I would have left this smaller. I just made it larger so that everybody could see it here. So you can make that small. You can put it at the top. You can put it at the bottom, however you like. And if you didn't want January in there, you could crop that out too and just put Jan, or, again, if you want to have that in a different color, then you can do that as well. So when we want February, it's the same thing. You just come in and, oops. And then you would just hit the month 2 to get to February. So it would be the same thing. So you just go to month 2, Monday start, hit apply. And now you've got your month, February month. So that is basically how you do them. Okay, so do we have any questions? Do you want me to show you anything differently? To go through it again? It was just something quick and easy that I wanted to share with everybody first. For the sizes, what I've done is I've just left the size that it came in. Because, like I said, we could go and get the template. But because it's a transparent PNG, we can resize it. So even if it makes it big, you can resize it down and you're not going to lose any quality on it at all. So I haven't even worried too much about the size, because when I've made them small and enlarged it into PowerPoint, like into the letter size, they all come out nicely. So I haven't really fussed around with the sizes too much. But again, they do have the templates up here. So if you want to go up here, they've got all kinds of different sizes in here, even the blank page. So we can go, if you want to go down to the A5, so you could come in and do an A5 size if you wanted to. But again, because I just found that because it's transparent, it doesn't really matter the size, because you just want to save it as a transparent image anyway, and then you can just go in and resize it. Okay, do you want me to show you anything again? I don't mind going over it a few times. No, as far as I can see, the way that it comes out, so the January and the days, that's, you can't really change that unless you want to crop that out. The only thing we can do in PowerPoint, because now this is a picture, we can come over to color and you can change the color of the whole thing if you wanted to do that. And so then if you want different colors, you can either put in your custom colors or just change the color theme in PowerPoint. And then when you come back to the picture colors, you'll have all these different colors. So we could go to purple if you wanted to. So you could easily change the colors. So you could make these as many different colors as you wanted to. Yeah, so to use it on a page, like if this was my planner page, I have like just a daily planner, anything that you're giving out that's like planner related, then you can just pop it into the top corner. I see a lot of them in the top corner. Then I've seen people put them down the bottom. I know we did a planner in the store where we did, I think it was a kids teacher's planner. And so here I would have the December calendar, then the title of the page was in the center, and then the next, so you had the previous month and then the next month on the top of the page. So you could do things like that as well for the small ones. And then you could turn these into like a little sticker. If you're doing digital planners, you could, sell the years. If you're doing like an undated planner, you could sell a pack of the years, and then people could use them as a sticker inside a digital planner too. Like obviously the only thing with these calendars is you can't go link any numbers because it's an image. So if you wanted to link these mini calendars, then you would have to create them like individually inside a PowerPoint. Yeah, so if you wanted the date, the January, if you just want to say Jan, or if you wanted that to be a different color and then just the numbers black, then yes, I would crop this out and then just add in January. Let's just make a copy of this one. Okay, so if we made a copy of this one, I'll just make it a little bigger. So then we can crop it. So then I would just crop out January. And then you can add your text. So let's just insert text. And just make it bigger. Okay, so then what you can do, and especially then all I would do is come in here and just group them together. Right, so now you can move it around as one box. Right, so that would be another way how to change the colors and everything in there. Okay, so when you include these calendars, does that equal a dated planner? If you put them on the planner pages, yes. Like if you want to create a dated planner using these calendars, you can. Like with the full calendars, the mini calendars, then you can do that. Or like I said before, you could sell this as an undated calendar and then just give them packages of years. Here's 2023, 24, 25. And then you can even give them to them in different colors as well. So you could have your, the traditional black with the red weekends, and then you could go in and change them to, all different colors. Well, it isn't. If you're looking at digital planners, then no, because they're all linked. So this isn't really like you can't link these mini calendars or even we'll come back to the bigger page here. So we can't link any of these months to pages in the calendar. But these are just if you're doing printables, just a regular planner, then yes, you can put this inside that planner. And then it would become a dated planner. Then, you need all the other pages to make it dated as well. And sometimes all I've done is just created like even a simple planner. And sometimes you just want to give them the calendars. It doesn't have to be like every week that's dated. It's just, here's the calendar at the beginning. It could just be a notebook, but here's the calendars for reference. You can just put that in as an extra sheet type of thing. I've done that in a lot of the printable packs I do. It's just, here's some calendars. Here's, even if it's like a dated, maybe like a journal prompt planner. And then, you could just add in the calendar so they can have, here's my January ones, here's my February, and they can, mix and match and rearrange the planners how they want it to come out as well. So it's not like set the way that we have it built for them. Okay, so the dated is when the individual pages are dated that equals a dated calendar. Yeah, again, yes, it is. But I've seen calendars that, they're dated to a certain point. Like some people do, like Monday, the January, the 1st, and other people just have the day of the week. Some people have, just the month and the date. Some I've seen somewhere it's just got the numbers like 1 to 30, 1 to 31 on the pages. And then people can fill in their own the dates with them as well. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of doing this as stickers too. So if we're doing, whatever type of planner, anything that you're doing, you can just, here's some stickers. If they want them, they're there. And I know a lot of people too, like, I want a Sunday start, but a lot of people want Monday. Well, this way is very easy for you to accommodate both because it takes nothing to create the Sunday start ones and the Monday start ones quite easily. Yes, there will be a replay afterwards. And if for some reason it doesn't render, I'll just redo this and create a brand new one. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, that's when I saw this. I was actually looking for something else about making stickers and SVG files and stuff. And then I came up with this. It's like, oh, and I was just asking even one of the girls that helps me, how she creates her mini calendars. And it was like, yeah, they can be time consuming to put it in a nice way. And then I thought, well, this is easy to do. So I just wanted to share it with everybody. I hope everybody uses it. And it's just something that, again, because we were just talking about, the time constraints and everything else. So this as well, it's going to free up a lot of time, especially because now is the calendar planner season type of thing coming up. So we want to get, ready for it. And this way you don't have to fuss about even just trying to make all these tables inside of PowerPoint and moving things around and getting it all to look nice on the page. This is, put it on there and it's done. Okay, so she is asking